It's becoming increasingly clear that players want to play for Los Angeles Chargers head coach Jim Harbaugh. His reputation as one of the best coaches in football is well established, and the Chargers are already reaping the benefits of having him at the helm. And you know what? It's not just Harbaugh's game day strategies that make him so appealing. The way he connects with players, inspires them, and creates an environment where they genuinely enjoy playing for him sets him apart. That's why Los Angeles is shaping up to be an attractive destination, not just for free agents, but also for incoming rookies. And it looks like one of Harbaugh's former players in Michigan has his sights set on joining him in the NFL. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. Well, in a recent show, Alex Katzen of USA Today revealed that Michigan defensive tackle Kenneth Grant, widely projected as a first-round draft pick, has expressed a strong desire to be selected by the Chargers this April. Katzen said, "Kenneth Grant did tell at least one media member at the Shrine Bowl, wasn't me, but I did hear it from the person he told, that he would very much like to play for the Chargers." Considering Grant played a key role in Michigan's national championship run under Harbaugh, his interest in reuniting with his former coach isn't surprising, and he's not the only Michigan player being linked to Los Angeles. Tight end Colston Loveland has been a popular projection for the Chargers in recent mock drafts. From a roster standpoint, Kenneth Grant would fill a crucial need for the Chargers. The team could use reinforcements along the interior defensive line, especially with the possibility of Poona Ford departing in free agency. Grant's size, strength, and ability to disrupt plays in the backfield would make him an invaluable addition to the Chargers' defensive front. During the 2023 season, Grant posted impressive numbers: 32 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, and 3 sacks. The year before, in Harbaugh's final season at Michigan, he recorded 29 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, and 3.5 sacks, proving his consistency as a dominant force on the defensive line. His 2024 season was his best yet: 27 pressures, career highs across the board, and elite defensive grades. And everyone has seen what happens when the trenches are controlled, as the Eagles did to the Chiefs. Neutralizing a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes is the key. We always hear phrases like "move the pocket," "get him off his spot," and "four-man pressures" for a reason. It works. And Harbaugh understands this, and he knows exactly how to build in the trenches. Now, let's take a quick look at the latest 7-round mock draft for the Chargers. This one is from Pro Football Focus. They keep slotting a tight end early, but that would not be a good idea. Colston Loveland, a Michigan guy, makes sense in some ways, but there's value in later rounds at that position. Instead, it makes sense to focus on the offensive or defensive line early, or go for a high-impact skill player at pick 22. Then there's the wide receiver position. The Chargers need a premium receiver, whether through the draft or free agency. Justin Herbert needs that kind of weapon. Drafting one is great, but adding an established veteran would be even better. The league is shifting, and elite wide receivers are becoming essential. With the 22nd overall pick in the upcoming draft, the Chargers will have a decision to make. Could Kenneth Grant be the next Wolverine to follow Jim Harbaugh to Los Angeles? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: he wants to be there. Now, let's talk about another player who might be heading to the Chargers. Sports writer Bill Simmons disclosed recently while he was at the Super Bowl talking to Tyreek Hill. Someone with him said, "Watch out for the Chargers," and then walked off. He predicts that Hill could be a target for the Chargers this offseason. Now, with Tyreek Hill, here's the situation: the Chargers would have to trade for him. Last season, a player like Stephon Diggs, who's the same age as Hill is now, went for a second-round pick. Hill has a couple of years left on his contract, but really it's just 1 year before his cap number jumps to around $61 million. No one's paying that, so he'd either get cut, traded again, or have his deal restructured. The cap hit isn't too crazy, and a new team would likely adjust his contract anyway. The big question is, would the Chargers be willing to trade a second-round pick for Tyreek Hill? If we take it a little deep, drafting a player in the second round who has the impact of Tyreek Hill would be a great bet. Some receivers out there are clearly in the back half of their careers, but Hill looks like he could still play at a high level for several more years. If the Chargers could get 2 elite seasons out of him, it would be worth it. Now, is it going to happen? Probably not, because the Chargers are taking a slow and steady approach, building through the draft and sticking to a long-term strategy. While it can be frustrating, it makes sense. So, what do you think? Do you want to see Kenneth Grant in LA? And what about a trade for Tyreek Hill? Drop your thoughts in the comments.